So as I said in your intro, it's been nearly 30 years
Yeah.
since your whole, since we all got to know you on The Sopranos. Do you remember that process, auditioning? You were a teenager.
Yes, I wrote all about it. I mean, I was so green. I was just this young theater kid from Long Island who had never been on a film set before. For my first day of shooting the pilot, I slept in Velcro rollers and put makeup on because
Atta
I
girl.
didn't assume that I would be getting hair and makeup. I saw my stand-in and was wondering, was I still in the audition process? Like everything
wow.
was
Yeah.
brand new to me. So yes, it's wild to think that, and I still feel like a kid. Everything still feels like new and exciting,
Yeah.
but it's wild to think how long ago that
And
was.
you were 20 and on that show when you were diagnosed with MS.
Yes,
How did you deal with that?
Not well.
I kept it a secret.
I kept it a secret for 15 years. I think when you get any kind of diagnosis like that, especially when you're that young, it's a lot to take in. I didn't know how to. I think I lived in some sort of state of denial, but I was afraid I would be fired, I would be limited, and then I had sort of unfortunately made my bed and then lived for a very long, painful time keeping it a secret.
And it's really interesting. Inside the book, it's like you went through all of those years on The Sopranos, and then and then you're working on Guys with Kids, and it was the director
Yeah.
that sort of
You know,
brought it up to you.
Yeah, because obviously as the disease progressed and people could see things were wrong, I would come up with excuses that my back hurt, my foot hurt. And I can look back now when I was writing the book of seeing all these gifts, these angels that were coming into my life trying to help me, but I was so afraid. And there was a director that came up to me and said, something's up. I once worked with Terry Gard. Do you know who she is? She was diagnosed with MS, and I helped her hide it. And it was like red alert. I just felt like it was a threat, not understanding that could have been an opportunity for somebody to help me, which it just took me my own time and my own process to get there.
Right. All right.